should about do it, I think. Yep, there we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back, hopefully, to Mecha Mondays, in which I do mecha and mecha adjacent type activities. Isn't that great? So this week, I'm going to be doing some stuff from a game. I think it's still in early access. Yeah, it's still in early access, called Garrison Archangel, which is basically Virtual On meets a Gundam versus title meets Armored Core, in that you basically customize your mech with the weapons you want, weapons and components you want, and then you do arena fights with them. But recently, very recently, they have a very early version of a missions system, which is pretty comparable to a latter-day Armored Core, where you basically will pick missions fighting for either a faction or a corporation, and you will earn influence or reputation with them, which will unlock new and various different parts. This is very cool. The game was cool before because of the amount of freedom you had in builds and all the really innovative weapons that they had. But now it's like, oh yeah, let's take that and now multiply that by an order of magnitude for a single player experience as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bop into the garage and just kind of give a basic, oh wow, it does not like switching between these. It acted iffy earlier. It's when switching between things, it's loading it up kind of oddly. I had a... So, for equipment, you have a broad variety of different components with different stats. So hull points is your HP. It's health. Once you run out of them, you're done. Stability is how much damage, and it shows, you know, how much damage you can take before you get knocked down and or staggered. I forget what vulnerability does. Mobility is a general catch-all for movement speed. Boost capacity is the amount of boost energy you have. There is some very fast-paced canceling shenanigans that occur in this. Melee damage modifier. Some parts will have more melee damage available. And then load, which is max capacity. That's how much weight you can equip. Right now there's 0 weight equipped because I have no weapons on this. Let's see. There's a lot you can do with this. So you can build very, very bulky. I thought there was like something higher than a 5100 for health. No, that is clearly the healthy one. So for instance, you can make it very, very durable. Oh gosh, the weapons they have in this are just phenomenal. I don't even know which one this is. This is a new one. It's a throwable shield. That's awesome. Or it's a fancy version of a throwable shield. I guess they've added variants since the last time I played. That's very neat. So you've got shields. A lot of their weapons are dual purpose, which is very cool. So, for instance, a really good example. Where are you? I'll know it when I see it. Ah, here we go. And I'll show this off real quick. I'm gonna grab 2 different weapons. You have your general, your usual likely suspect, the usual suspects, I guess you could call it. You've got your rifles, you've got your pistols, you've got your shotguns, you've got your bigger rifles, and then you start having your fancy melee weapons, like giant axes and gauntlets, and pile bunkers. But you also have all these dual type weapons, like this drill hammer. Let's see. I've not outdone my max weight yet. You also have shoulder and backpack weapons, respectively, which is friggin' cool. I'm gonna pick something that's a little lighter than that. Oh, I didn't even know they had shoulder shields now. That's really cool. Let me pick something a little lighter. Some of these thruster types can be very nifty. For getting you in a different place, basically. Being not there. I don't even know what that does. That's a new one on me. Cool. You've got big ol' railguns. You've got beam things. You've got other things. You've got laser missiles. Wouldn't even let me carry, because a lot of what they had before. Oh, here we go. I forgot all about the ICBM. You've got an ICBM. But you're all kind of constrained by the amount of weight you're able to equip. You can, however... Where are you? I thought there was a weight adjuster here. There is not. That's all component based. Very good. That is good to know. So what I will do is I will actually unequip the thrusters. I'm still overweight. Oh no. Fancier shoulder armament then. So be it. Okay. So because I'm a big burly boy, and then you can test your weapon types. I'm doing this just to kind of as a general means of showing off before I dive right into the mission mode. I started it. Okay, so you've got your shoulder weapons, you also have your backpack weapon, which I don't have equipped right now, so I can't actually do. So with this weapon here, which is a rifle spear, normally, you know, shoots, that's cool. Now, well, what is all that about? And you notice the number going up, but now it's a spear. So, it recharges ammo while you're in spear mode. So it allows you a lot. You can go with a melee focused loadout, but also still have a ranged weapon, basically. Now, on the other hand, literally, and you can manually switch between the given modes. So, here's a hammer. Clang, 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 clang. Then it switches back, and you resume with the beatdown. So, that's kind of a lot. That sort of showcases a bit of their design ethos with that, is they've got a lot of weapons that are not single purpose. I'm having to do this with mouse and keyboard because it does not like my controller. Which is okay. It's not an issue at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to single player, I'm going to go to missions, and I am going to go to data options and clear mission data and see what that does. It did what I think it did. I should be able to go into my garage and have nothing there. Yes, very good. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to expand by 2 slots. Let's see what options we have here. I don't think it starts you off with any cash. So this is, you know, right here, it's a pretty bog standard loadout. It's got a rifle. Some weapons you can reload, some weapons you cannot. So that's always something you kind of have to check out. So if I went to left-hand weapons... Okay, and you can upgrade them in mission mode. You can't do it for the regular, which is generally your multiplayer. Let's see. Nope, I don't have anything unlocked yet because... Oh, can I get any internals? Right off the bat? Yes, I sure can. But I can't buy any, which is fun. Okay, so this is a pretty this is a very basic standard loadout that they've got right here. So I'm gonna leave that the same in the 3rd slot, and I'm going to rename it the default Debbie. And I'll leave the colors the same for my mech slot 1 though. We're changing our colors. Now we've got a nice edgy color palette there. I had another one here, I thought. Herm. Oh, so edgy. What do I even do? Oh, here we go. They even have faction color schemes now. That's really cool. I didn't think they did. I think these are winning fan color customizations. There were a couple of them at one point. We'll keep this one as protagonist because that's, you know, not quite Gundam-esque. So we'll keep with that. And for the other one, you can make your own color schemes as well. And once I get some stuff unlocked, I will start making thematic things. Let's see, who do I want to go with? I do actually want to be in Eagle Aerospace's Good Graces because they have a lot of stuff. They have some pretty good stuff too. So with this one, with the interface, my client is Eagle Aerospace, target is Medvedev, whoever they are. The goal is to destroy targets to complete the mission. There are 8 targets, and it is a mid-risk difficulty. Sometimes that is really misleading. The prestige thing here is I will gain 5 prestige with Eagle Aerospace. I will lose 6 prestige with Medvedev. There's only 1 phase. There are some that are multi-part missions, so you'll do 1 phase which is escorting, 1 phase which is like, I don't know, defending a couple targets in a stationary base target, and then another one, a 3rd one that'll be you versus another, like the equivalent of an armored core fight, AC versus AC fight. So big, dangerous dude who's going to, you know, bad, dangerous dude who's going to mess your life up. Souls is the currency, so I'll get 250 from that. So I'm going to accept this one. And the mission generation is random, so it's its own, like, very, very decidedly random. Alrighty, so let's see. Ooh. There's a fair number of them. Now, the stuff that drops, I think, is like, it's not currency. And this one I can reload, thank goodness. So the graphical style is, you know, it's kind of cel-shaded-y. It's, the way a lot of the stuff looks is very reminiscent of, of Virtual On, in terms of, like, the effects that are being used. Ooh, I don't want to do that. And I also do not want to run out of energy. That would be bad. So, he just womboed me with a shield, which is some dangerous stuff. Like a Gundam Versus title, canceling. It's kind of important. So, because the goal was to kill 8 enemies, I have successfully killed 8. Oh, I can change my victory pose as well. I'm not going to worry about that stuff for a little while. So, then it'll send you an email. One will be, you know, basically a hiring sales pitch from the person that you supported. Hello, Ghost. I am a representative of Eagle Aerospace, trademarked, the largest mega conglomerate prefecture in Imperial space. Our holdings can be found in almost every corner of the Solar Empire. So, there is some, like, deepest lore in the game, but they've kind of kept a handle on a bunch of it. I have not looked too far into it. I did early on, when they just had kind of a bunch of basic ideas. It's kind of like, well, it's very Armored Core. Like, humanity's kind of spread throughout the solar system a bit, and they're doing all sorts of, well, we get up to some shenanigans. And then the other one will basically be, you know, if you keep taking missions against us, we're not going to sell you things. And as you can see, I've gained some credit with Eagle Aerospace and lost some with Medvedev. So now if I go into my garage, oh, I completely forgot about these. Yeah, the wind poses. We're not going to worry about that. Now I can buy a bunch of different components. I have very little money, so there's not much I'm going to be able to do. I'm going to actually keep what I've got for that for now. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, no. No, for the Emancipator. The Emancipator is reloadable. The Peacemaker might not be. Oh, no, it does reload on its own. Very good. Those can be very nice. I have 250. What I might do, because I am going to need, melee is pretty good for when you can make fully, just entirely, basically a walking series of guns. You can do that and have no melee attacks whatsoever. That is viable. You can do that. Some of the better guns can't be reloaded, so you have to be very cautious. What I will do, in fact, is I will do something along those lines. I'll buy the Peacemaker. And I will equip it. And I'm also going to go to internals, and I'm going to buy... Is it chemo for the weapon cooldown? Yes. Actually, I'll start with ammo expansion so that I have the increased ammunition capacity, which I find very useful for a ranged-oriented loadout. Oh, right, I wanted to check my backpack option. Rear. Nothing. So I'm going to have to find a friend. Okay, I don't need thrusters, and I want to keep what I've got for missiles. Well, yeah, I can't afford the other yet. So what I will try to do... Let's see, who's one that I know? Who am I going to offend with this? Oh, Medvedev again, that's fine. Is this... Oh, this is a versus Ghosts fight. This could be tricky. One-on-one duel. So a Ghost is the equivalent, in this game, is the equivalent of an AC from Armored Core.
Ready, mission, start.
So it's going to be like me. It's going to be dangerous. Possibly the most dangerous. Is there a time limit on this? No, it's not. Oh, there we go. Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm keeping my distance. And not doing that. And I am having to reload manually. Ouch. Got him.
Mission complete.
Putting in work. Now, once you break certain thresholds for reputation or prestige, you will be allowed to have access to other weapons. Who's this against? I don't remember what Imperial Legion gives. And I do actually want to make friends with Stahlwalder Nibelungen. They have some pretty cool stuff. More Archangel aces. Oof. How many? Could be a large number of them, so I kind of want to hold off on that. Is that against him? Shinji has a lot of melee weapons from what I remember. Oh, area control. Okay, okay. I haven't done too many of those. The first one I think I won by accident. Impossible difficulty. We're gonna just not do that. Oh, 2 phases against ghosts? Oh, that'll be great. That'll be great. Kill targets. Yeah, I'll make friends with Yoshikawa. I forget what they offer. If I looked in that big, the main menu garage, you can see the manufacturer name and you can put a name to a weapon type.
Ready, mission, start.
Oh boy, it did not like loading all those in. Okay. Oh gosh, no. Oh, that's right. I'm getting hurt rather badly. Oh, because there's an actual combatant. trouble. Ah! Suck to be
Mission
him.
complete.
So the AI isn't exactly a rocket scientist. As you may have just noticed, he walked into the lava. It didn't end well for him. The AI will do that. Unfortunately, the AI allies you occasionally get will also do that. So, not as they say, great. So Yoshikawa, they've got swords and our popular sites are swords, yada yada yada, and then so let's go to garage and check what equipment options we have gained as a result. We have gained no components. Here we go. Dominus is a big sword that does big sword type activities. Here we go, Liberator. Liberator is fantastic. It does have some pretty severe and harsh ammo issues if you are not being careful. It used to be very busted. Now it'll actually miss, which is good. I don't remember. The Mugen Zakura is the weeb sword. So you, and it's really involved. Basically, it'll store charges as you connect with hits, and then you can unleash them and generally absolutely kill something. Make it not live. The Fusion Blade, from what I remember, is a really good option. So I'm like, it's really basic, but it's very well rounded. Low damage, but it'll like shoot energy blades out when you activate its special mode, which then goes on cooldown, but pretty useful. And the Dominus can charge up a railgun shot as well, but its melee is where it's at. In fact, I might do a Fusion Blade Dominus combo on my other loadout. Oh, right. I wanted to check for rear components. Now, what do you do? Improves weapon cooldown and buff duration. Now, that actually is very good. If I'm going to go with a Fusion Blade. Because the Fusion Blade's buff relies on that. So we're going to do that. And we have 175 souls left, so go to internals, and I will get some of the other ranged weapon improving. Item. That's just a movement, I believe. Or your dashes get faster speed. Kind of iffy, in my opinion. It's good because you move quickly, and you have to. Someone fighting you is going to have to play around that. Okay. So now internals. I have to actually equip these, and I forgot to do that earlier. Good. There we go. Swap the Ranger with the Fusion Blade. The Fusion Blade is actually good to dual wield because you can go ham. This is a game where dual wielding is actually relevant. You can do some pretty crazy stuff. Let's see. The melee damage modifier is questionable. So let's see what we got here. At some point, I think I want to do Archangel tournaments. see who these guys are fighting. The Separatists. 15 targets. It is high risk, though. They are probably not especially fragile targets. So that E-Tac blade that I started with, its gimmick is that it has basically two different movesets. One is this shorter sword, and then the other is this longer sword with larger sweeping attacks. The fusion blade, on the other hand, that's gonna miss. Come on, target the close ones, please. So, the fusion blade I had forgotten that they had done this. And there is comboing. Which is quite important. More enemies. Oh no. There we go. That was not too bad.
Mission complete.
They definitely slowed down the fusion blade's blade energy shot thing, so I'm going to be switching away from that promptly. Yes, they are no longer happy with me. How much cash do I have? Not enough, I'll imagine. Let's see. $375. Yeah, I need 500. So I will do. Actually, I'll keep what I have because it's okay. It's acceptable. I just have to remember to use my backpack. Let's see. I do. Maybe it's the Spaghetti family. Yeah, let's go with the Spaghetti family. Wreak as much havoc as you can within the time limit. Difficulty is impossible. I don't know about all that. Because that's a lot of damage. What is the time limit? Infinite. So... I'm just gonna go for it. This probably will end poorly, but we're gonna make it happen regardless. Right now, you're probably noticing that things are kinda janky. It's early days yet. They'll smooth things out eventually. I hope.
Ready.
The devs are very involved with the community though, which I appreciate. Let's see how these guys aren't so durable. There's a lot of them though. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, that is decidedly suboptimal. Please. Thank you. Fine. Fortunately, those things heal me a bit, some of them, so... It's less than ideal. Less than ideal. Ah, sugar. Yeah, I'm in deep trouble. Oh, he got away from me. There's one behind me. Come on, target him. Oh, there we go. That went well. That went much better than I thought it would. I was very worried when that second wave came in. I was like, oh boy. Then I kind of got cornered and juggled a bit. New messages. To our new family friend. I hope you don't mind me asking. Why would a ghost, a glorified mercenary for the prefect's petty wars, risk their own neck by working for an organization like ours? Don't worry about it. You don't need to answer that. Data cache for a 500 soul credit. Well, did I actually get that? Because I don't see that. I see 700 souls and I had like 350 before and I then got 350. I've been lied to. Lied to. Slanderized. Now, let's see what they offer, because I truthfully do not recall. Nothing new there at all. Also not a corpse, so maybe that's why. Let's check shoulders. Nothing new on shoulders. We'll get the kill shot corrector because that is basically a straight up damage boost. Let's see, I'll keep those missiles for now. I'm gonna buy the Liberator. It's pretty good. Anything called an auto bazooka, you can probably imagine, is fairly good. I can dual wield those. I'm not going to do that, but yet. Actually, I can unequip you. And now I probably can dual wield it. Barely. Barely. Ever so barely. Alrighty, so I'm not going to be doing any melee shenanigans at this time. Instead, shoot. Souls, I think. Is it legs for strike that give the biggest boost? But it's not going to be enough. So I am going to re-equip the Peacemaker instead, which was actually going very handily. I was very pleased with how that was working. Alrighty. Now, one of the things you can do is play sides against each other and level one up and get on their good side, buy their stuff, and then start fighting against them again. I don't remember what Montaglione gives at all. In fact, what do they give? Come to these coordinates so we can settle this. Aight, dude. Aight. This isn't worth very much, but I'm gonna do it. I am stuck in the floor. Oh, that's not good. That's a burly boy. Oh. Ah, peace out, dude. Have a nice fall. Oh! I didn't realize that went through walls. Well, he's dead now. Now, of course, I have to deal with the other one. That's going to be a bit more complicated. Right now the terrain is not exactly working in my favor. I thought that was one of the throwing shields, but he's not using it accordingly that I can tell. This is not a very well built enemy, in my opinion. Should have just tap fired that instead of doing the Unreal Tournament triple shot. Got him. That went pretty well. I don't know if I would have called that low risk, although that second guy was kind of a chump. So that's fine. I don't remember what Montaglione offers. I think they actually offer components, which is something I kind of want to be getting. But now I have enough so that I can actually set up a quick and dirty range spam build. Let me get the Shrike Torso. No, I can't get the Shrike Torso. Friggity frick. Okay, that increases by 150. That increases by 100. Legs, I think, are 150 as well. Okay. Yes. There we go. Alrighty, so now I'm going to equip the Shrike Legs, which is going to decrease my health and stability, and my mobility. But it is going to increase my melee damage modifier, and it is going to increase my weight capacity, which is what I need right now. So that I can do this. Yes, I am just under weight requirements. Let's see. That's probably a good one. 2 aces. I don't know about that, because that's a 2v1. How many ghosts? 1? I don't know. I do need Stahlwalder Nibelungen though, so I'm gonna go with that. And I'm confident that my loadout can handle this. Sort of. here is I'm using one for quick shots and then one for the... Ow. Fortunately, I think it's just this guy, so... Unfortunately, he's about to kill me. And he killed me. That's unfortunate. As far as I know, you don't really lose anything by failing. You just don't get anything. So it's just time of yours wasted. Ha. Alrighty. So that's not so good. Well, I don't care about the Piedrana. Separatists, how many targets? Destroy 5 targets. You have 2 phases. Why not? I don't care much about the Separatists anyway. I don't think they... The last time that I did get rep with them, they didn't offer me anything, but maybe I have to go up further. Oh, on this one, I think the AI gets kind of screwy. So we'll see what it does. Because you're dropping the whole time and the AI is aware of it. So sometimes it'll just kind of sit there, or seem to anyway. It's also really hard to collect those. And then there's a phase 2. Okay for health, but not great. I don't think I am leaving the arena though, am I? Got him. That'll do it. Pretty easy and straightforward. But your movement's really wonky on that falling one, because you have to target them from very different angles. Alright, so Padrana's probably going to have a love note saying, you made us angry. Oh, Bleeding Edge is giving me the certified we don't hate you thing. I haven't actually tried that that email address. That might even work. Alrighty. I don't think they give me, yeah, they don't give me any of those. What do they give me for weapons? Anything? I don't remember what bleed. Oh, Star Gauntlet, right. And I think then they give me a boost. Yeah, they give me a thruster. Okay, let me go to Own to make sure I have those equipped. Yes, I do. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start upgrading my Liberator, because that will give it a higher ammo cap pretty soon. And I want that. More missiles is good missiles. So we're going to go with a crazy missile build. Fragile crazy missile build. Okay, now I can't upgrade it yet, because I need to get more rep with whatever their name is. Get the Shrike Head while I'm at it. Actually, no, I'm going to ignore the Shrike Head for now because I don't need it. We'll change the name on this and call it Day at the Circus, or just Maximus. Named, of course, after the Itano circus of spamming missiles. The Macross Missile Massacre, as it were. I have a build like that that's a bit more fleshed out on for my PvP. Let's see. Who am I fighting with you? No. Do you have anything to offer? Yes, you do. What is the phase? 1,500 points. 1,500 points to secure an area. 2 phases, so I have to do it twice if it's in the falling area. So this will be interesting. Now I just have to figure out where I have to be in order to make that happen.
Begin the operation.
I am not. I am not, so I don't know where it is right now. It's up there. So I think this is going to be uncompletable. Had a guess. I can kill the enemies just fine though, which is nice, I guess. Is there any way I can try just boosting upwards? See if it acts like an actual 0G. Aha! It does. Cool. Okay, so now I can kill them again. I just have to stay there. Phase 2 already. Very nice. There we go. That was tight though.
Mission complete.
It's very tight. I didn't like that very much. It was not easy at all. So the separatists are probably going to be like, we will never give you anything ever again. And I'll be like, have a good time with that. You learned about a bounty for your head going around among the separatists. Well, that's too bad. Now let's see. Now I can buy the torso component. So let me see if there's like a more durable. Feeling that I could just upgrade the one I have. In truth. Yeah, we'll do that. I need to earn more prestige in order to upgrade to the next level of that, which is fine. Sometimes you have to make sure that you click on the component afterwards, after you've upgraded it, to ensure that you are in fact using the right one. Because I have goofed that. Come on, Adam, I think I will upgrade these a bit, because I've got the cash. As far as I don't think you can upgrade the, I don't think you can upgrade these. Yeah, they're just one and dones. This apparently you can, though. What does that do if I upgrade it? Does it increase the weapon cooldown and buff duration? It sure does. That'll actually be pretty good. I'll start cobbling together a melee build after I get a bit more money. As you upgrade parts, they change in appearance, which I think is super cool. Yes, I can't afford to upgrade this, so I will. Because I want to, if I can get above 5k health, which I can't, not quite anyway. I thought I had a like a Skull 1 color scheme from Macross. Let me check. No, apparently I don't. Well, I guess I can. Is this done? No. Not doing that. No. People's eyes are already getting burned out. Stick with protagonist for now, and I'll figure out how to cobble together a color scheme later. Let's see, who do we have? Oh, these guys. These guys I need to wreak as much havoc as you can within the timeline. Easy. I shoot, and then I shoot again. And I keep on shooting until it is done. But yeah, one of the advantages of dual wielding is that means you now have more ammo pool, and it lets you do like one gun you can use for the little single shots and the other gun you can use for the triple shots.
Ready. Mission start.
Let's see, where are they? Ooh, these are fairly durable enemies. Okay. There are a lot of them as well. Oh gosh. We're okay though. We're okay. I don't want to leave the arena. Come on. What are we up to? Ah, we're just about done. Okay. I was gonna say. As if we're not. There we go. Oh, okay. Very good. I think some of they may have self-damaged, and that may have counted, because I didn't think I had hit him enough to make that happen. But I am certainly not going to complain. Alrighty, so now I am on their good side, and they will offer me some basic stuff to start. So let me check my garage again. I don't remember if they have any... Ah, they do! Which unfortunately will be a downgrade. Then again, I have upgraded quite a bit. I do have that equipped, right? Yeah, I do. The rattle is an all-around downgrade, although it upgrade. For health, not a huge one. That will, of course, increase. Let's see. So Shrike is obviously very good for meleeing, and you kind of want to have that there. Usually, it's good to have options. Let's see. What do they have? Which is the blue writer? Oh, the axe scythe. That one didn't work too well for me, but I also didn't try it for very long. Oh, they have the flamethrower as well. That is also probably worth getting. The flamethrower is quite nifty. I think this is... Oh, this is a reloadable one. Very good. Is this the non-reloadable shotgun? Yes, this is the non-reloadable shotgun. It's got a bunch of ammo, but you cannot reload it. So once you're out of ammo, you're out of ammo. But it is strong, so longer engagements, it would not be great. Let me see, because I think they have another missile system, don't they? Oh no, they just allow me to upgrade the one I have. Let me see if they have any decent backpacks. Ah, yes they do. They sure do. I want those. Oh, how I want those. More missiles is good missiles. Because that'll put me right about where my missile build is at. That means I'm probably going to have to go with the Shrike stuff. Let me see what Shrike stuff I haven't gotten yet. Because I need to have how much? I need 6850 weight capacity. Oof. That's a lot of weight. But I think the Shrike can get there if I have all of the components. Of course I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'll get that for now. I'm going to equip that. I'm going to go to... Okay, I've got both of those. Definitely upgrading legs is a good idea. So that gets me a bunch of capacity very quickly. We're on our way. We're on our way. It's lower health, but we're back up again. Let's see, who do we have missions from? Oh, here we go. Only 5,000 damage required? Oh, but it's in 3 minutes, so you have to be kind of quick about it. Okay. I don't think that'll be an issue, though. So, let's blow some things up.
Ready. Mission start. Enemy spotted.
Mistakes were made. They were made. Why is nothing shooting out? There we go.
Mission complete.
My missiles were exploding like as they came out, so they weren't hitting him. I'm not sure what that was about. Okay, I think Eagle might get an upgrade soon. Yes, here we go. Friendly relations. So now I can go up to the next level on some of these weapons and components, which is highly desirable. They also have their own level 3 type items. The next rank up, that is. So a lot of the game, of course, as you can probably guess, is basically about fashion. I don't remember if they offer anything more in terms of weapons. Ah, they do. A gun spear. Which is the Lawbringer? Is that another? Oh, it's like the Dragoon, but it's the roided Dragoon, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you like look at the Dragoon stats. It's 16 ammo, 5 armor damage, and 5% stability damage, and then oh, by the way, greatly increased, and it's got like double the ammo, which it won't show there. It will not show on that point, but in game you'll notice it. So let's go to... Oh, and I may as well check backpacks and shoulder weapons, see if they gave me one of those. No, I'll be able to upgrade the Vindicator cannons, which are okay. I'm not a big fan, actually, of the Vindicator cannons. I do... You can make some pretty decent builds with them, but they aren't for me. I don't think any new internals ever get unlocked. It's just kind of what's there is there. Oh, I don't remember that being there. You do. Oh, that's the boost regen. Never mind. That is definitely always there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm going to upgrade my liberators a notch. Where's my liberator? Come here. Stuff down here that you can't see. They're working on the interface right now. The interface is kind of it's very much a work in progress. So I'm gonna upgrade my liberators so that they are stronger. Oh, I don't want overall stats. I don't know how I messed this up, but I did. Okay, so now I have Liberator 2. Let me go back and see if that disappears. If it doesn't disappear, then I've got a problem. There we go. Okay, so we're going back to the garage, and we're going to take that from the top. Oh, I forgot to show off how it changes the bazookas. Because I'm smart. There we go. Alright, so there's additional stats down there that you can't see, but are very much there. Let's see if I can get... Oh, right, I need to... Can't do that just yet. But let me upgrade the Shrike head here, which will boost my stats a little bit. Heads are pretty cheap, because the stat buff that they tend to give is not all that spectacular. But it's there. I think they've talked about having set bonuses, at least in mission mode. Really, mix and match is very much the way to go, otherwise. Okay, so I need, or would like, I should say, here we go. Angels and aces. One target. This could be tricky. But I do want to boost rep with these guys because they got the missiles. I like those. Missiles are good. They also have somewhat more durable components.
Ready. Mission start. Enemy spotted.
Oh no, what has happened here? Oh no. Oh no. Mistakes were made. Okay, so I need to fight this guy right here. This is not going to be easy because I have badly misjudged things. Get back here. I don't want to leave the arena though. I don't know how I'm still alive, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. So I, like an idiot, unequipped my entire reason for existence, so I just wasted everybody's time, including my own. Oh boy. There we go. We're back. We have managed to get our weapons re-equipped as opposed to whatever we decided was a brilliant idea before. So what do we got here? Take down aces again. Pretty short time frame though. So I don't know. We'll find out. I'll give it a whirl. But yeah, I highly recommend the game. It's on Steam. I think it's like 20 bucks. I got it way back. I remember playing a early demo for it. That axe is really annoying. Get out of here with it. Like chaff things. Targeting is also super wonky. Like it's very predictive. Like it'll go where something is heading as opposed to where it actually is. So that takes, like, if compared to say Gundam Versus, which is always tracking what you're shooting at. Come closer, dude. There we go. Now some things, of course, have much better tracking than others. Got him. A bit more damage than I'd like. Make him fall down. I don't know that I'll be able to. I am definitely going to try. Got him. Got him. done handily, I might add. Let's see. I don't think that's enough to... No, it's not. It's okay. It does give me some cash to work with. I think now I can get the Shrike Torso, which will get me quite a bit closer. Yes, I can. Yeah, 260 closer to the 6,800, I think it was, in order to equip the... You can actually go over weight capacity. It is allowed, but I would prefer to avoid that. Where are they? I mean, those I'd like, but I can't access them in any event, but these I'll take, yeah, 6,850. I'd like to have the capacity for it. And they're going to lower my mobility regardless, simply because of how big they are. So let me go to Torso. Yeah, it is a huge downgrade to my health, though. I can wait. I've got to upgrade this thing anyway, so I can wait on that. Mostly I need to gain rep. So I'm going for that missile build. I'm focusing it down. Oh good, we're fighting the Separatists again. Survive the battle for 60 seconds. Okay. Sure thing, Chief. 60 seconds, how hard can it be? I just have to make things die a lot.
Ready, mission, start. Target in range. Give me a...
Oh, I love it when that works.
Target in range.
Oh, that was the minute. Cool.
Mission complete.
Awesome sauce. The Separatists are going to be exceptionally upset with me, though. Whatever will I do? Enemy warning. You saw Separatist propaganda singling you out. Singling out your Archangel as the face of prefectural oppression. They're not wrong. Let's see. Actually, why don't my equipment go to rear? Because now I can buy the thing. I can afford it. At long last. So what I'll do is I'll buy them. So that I have them bought. Let's see how my performance implodes. It kills my mobility, something fierce, but I can live with it. There's something I forgot. What was it? Oh, right. I need to actually put upgrades into the Shrike Torso. Okay. Not a good spot, though. Let's see. Leading edge is somebody I needed. Yeah, well, it's the Separatists again. So 12 targets. I didn't even look. I saw 12 targets, and that's all I saw. With any luck, I'll be able to push a bunch of them into the lava and render the whole thing moot. That'd be nice.
Ready. Mission start.
Oh yeah, I can tell I'm slower. Ow, 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 ow. Come on.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, so it's multiple phases. Okay, fine. I need him down here. Come on down, dude. Come on down. Oh no, give me a... why did I walk into the lava?
Mission failed.
So, the players... This player is as dumb as the AI is, so that's good. There's a mission I could have really used the payoff from. Unfortunately. They have me attacking. Oh, really? I haven't had missions where they had supporting from a different faction. That's really cool. I don't know who either Astra Solutions or Sunfield Frontier are, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, well, at least it's not an escort mission with lava. This will be tricky, though. Escort missions are always a pain. In anything that has escort missions, ever.
Ready.
Okay.
Start. Enemy spotted.
Oh, there we go. Very good.
Mission complete.
That went very well. I was happy. I am happy. I continue to engage in the act of happiness. You have new messages. Friendly relations. Good. Let's see what they have on offer then. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know what the antelope looks like. What does the antelope look like? Wow, that's cute. Nice hat, dude. I can't say I don't approve. I do. That's cute. That's got some good stats on it too. Oh wow. White glint. Doesn't hold as much weight though. And right now I need weight holding. I need a boy who can hold his weight. Let's see if they give me... Oh, here we go. Jeez, what do you do? Tower shield with a bash. So blocking things is actually a very, very useful meta, actually. I should note that being able to interrupt someone trying to wombo combo you with melee weapons is kind of a big deal. Don't have another Star Gauntlet, which is interesting. The Halo charge, I mean, you can throw it out there. It's very nifty. And use it as a shield. Like, what's not to like, I ask of thee. Let's see. What do those thrusters look like? Oh, those look cool. Big old turbo fans. So with that money, I'm going to put some upgrades into my Shrike stuff. Just gonna get me awfully close. Legs will put me over that threshold, so my mobility will be restored. Okay, not quite. Shrike 2. Oh my gosh, it is 10 short. That is almost offensive. Okay, so that'll get us over. So our mobility is back, and it is up there. So for now, that build... Oh, I wanted to upgrade my missiles here. Go. One target, 2 phases, and it's some aces, so this will be actually kind of tricky. But we'll make it happen. I need fluid.
Ready. Mission start.
As you can see, my appearance has Chihuahua Servo Bowser. Oh no. Go home, friend. Oh no. Poor guy. Well. I'd feel more pity, but eh. He had it coming. Let's target one of the things that's right near me. So targeting, as you can see, is a bit dodgy. With large numbers of enemies, this is a game where you normally have like 2 people, like 2v2s. Okay. No. Come on. Please, please, please target the other thing. Thank you. Got him.
Mission complete.
I was friggin' hurting though. So Shinji is probably gonna have a love note saying you really should not have done that. They do. Very good. This manufacturer has gained a hostile stance and called for an embargo against you. You cannot purchase nor upgrade parts manufactured by this faction. They are also less likely to consider hiring you for ghost work. Oh well. So, and then the opposite. So, here you can see my relations. Let's go to Garage and see what they have on offer. They do indeed have things on offer. Very durable things at that. Oh boy, just like swapping through those at all. Okay, let's call the upgraded Shrike torso. I think I've got everything up to level 5 on those, which is good. Oh, and I am out of sols now. Great. Okay. Still, we just got a significant boost to our mobility in particular. Missions, what do we got? Against the Separatists again. Against ghosts here. I don't know about all that. What other options do we have? Take down an ace. I mean, okay. Sure, why not? Actually, this one is paying out a lot more. So let's do that. I need money so I can get some more upgrades in. And it's one escort target. Hopefully they're not an overly fragile escort target. Thank you very much. Hopefully my escort target will not walk off the edge of the freaking boat. Oh, that's bad. 30 seconds. Go. And we're all set. We don't even have to worry about that other ghost, which is good, because he probably would have been a problem. But he was not. Now Medvedev is going to have some serious problems with that, but I don't honestly remember what they offer, so I don't think they're going to give me 2,000 souls, because they sure didn't before. Well, they let me in, so that's cute. So basically what this means is there'll be like additional enemy waves and stuff, which will be pretty messy and dangerous. Alright, so let's go to the garage and get some further upgrades in. Mainly to our... various missile launchers. Let's go to our shoulder armament and upgrade that. Now we look even fancier. More tubes, more tubes. Now let's upgrade our Liberator a bit. Because improving our shooty guns is probably a smarty pants type idea. Oh my goodness, scroll better. There it is. There we go. We're getting ready for even more missile spam. Who do I go? 2 aces. Well, why not? It doesn't pay much, but messing up some aces will be good.
Ready.
And I'm pretty confident.
Start.
Ammo capacity yet. There we are. I can't see anything. There we go. And one more of those. Suboptimal. He's in trouble. Oh, I have to do that. 2 sets of 2. Got it. That's less than ideal. He's a friggin' flamethrower, and those are scary. He's got a build very similar to my own, actually. Except arguably more offensive, because it is just... yeah, that's unfortunate.
Mission failed.
That is unfortunate. Okay, I guess I can try making nice with these guys. 3 escorts. More escorts. How many phases? 2 phases, 60 seconds each. That's doable. That's doable. We'll do it.
Ready. Mission start.
As long as they don't throw too many ghosts at me. If they do, then I'll have a problem. But, speaking of ghosts... shoot. He's invulnerable for that whole thing. Did I lose anybody? No. Target in range. Still have 3 allies though, so I haven't managed to completely screw this up. Ow. Damn!
Begin the operation.
Oh dear. Ah, there we go.
Mission complete.
Very nice. I was pleased with that. Sometimes didn't feel like it was going the way I thought it was, but we got him. I have new messages. I don't know what these guys offer. Nemesis warning. There was a package sent to your quarters that was actually a bomb. Luckily, you were out when it went off. They are not happy with me, it is clear. They are not at all thrilled. So let's go to our equipment then and see what they have on offer. Anything? That is a big fat note. Okay, so they build the E-TAC. Interesting. Anything else, maybe? Oh, barrier system. That could be nifty. Anything? X thruster, which I think is a forward. Oh, or a back. Forward movement, yeah. That's what I thought. Forward movement boost. And this is the ICBM. Which... I have no real way of equipping. At all. It's very heavy. Like, you have to unequip a bunch of other stuff to make that happen. Actually, if I unequipped the other, I probably could. If it is... I will consider that, of course. I will consider anything. But I will not be getting that at this time. Mostly because I can't afford it. So I'm going to go to... Here we go. I want to upgrade these further so that they're a bit more useful. Actually, no, let me go to my liberators. Because those are very near. Here we go. I can show off the difference between them. Oop, went right past it. So there's the Liberator 2, there's the Liberator 3, it gets additional dribble. More dribble is apparently better dribble. Yeah, I can do that. Oh, and that is maxed out. So let me unequip and re-equip, and unequip and re-equip just to make sure that is kicking in. And then I have 200 souls, so I guess I will pop points into you and into you. I can't get those yet. I would like those because swarm missiles are cool. They're a bit different because you can't choose to fire just like one or two of them. You have to fire the whole wad, but I'm basically doing that most of the time anyway. So it is all good. Once I get all my stuff upgraded on this one, I can probably go and, oh, here we go. Oh, it's against Medvedev. Against Ghosts. 3 phases of Ghost fights, though. What a cheeky Archangel fight. Well, I guess we are now. Where I'm going to shoot a lot and boost more. But yeah, it's made by a bunch of people who just love games and mecha stuff. And it shows. Oh, wow. That hurt. Go home, Space Noid. Ow. Jeez Louise, those hurt. I'm gonna have to upgrade my actual physical components. I'm gonna be in trouble. fire off very quickly. I'm very happy with that. They're quite damaging indeed, too. This has not been too hard, but that doesn't mean much. There's still plenty of time. Well, I grazed him. Right now the sound is sometimes doing some really strange things. Normally there's more ambient audio than is currently being. But just further proof that it is still in early access. The core gameplay is solid. It just, networking could use a bit more smoothness. The few online fights I've done have been kind of mostly smooth, but sometimes not smooth at all, and it's kind of like they have to be pretty consistent, I think, before it is ready for prime time. Let me actually upgrade. These a bit so that they have. Those are all 6. 6. Actually, I'll upgrade that too. And I'll get these up to level 7 respectively. Gives me a bit more overhead. For health and everything else. 1, 2, 3, 4 boost capacity. We're done here. We've won the game. You know, I'll probably do this one next week as well, and I'll work on doing a melee build. I don't want to fight Evil Aerospace, even though that pays out quite nicely. Oh, 1,000 souls, 2 escorts, 1 phase. That's pretty good. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ready, mission, start. Target in range.
Oh, that's not good.
Target in range. Begin the attack.
That's good. There we go. This is fine.
Enemy spotted.
So they have laser missiles that they're just dumping on them with. go. Away from that edge. Thanks. Shoot. Ah, they got killed. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. In that case. Oh, secure an enemy area. 2 phases of same. Sure. Easy. I just have to stay alive. That's the tricky part. And when enemies interrupt your mission, it's like, you have to deal with that. And that's one of the reasons to not keep people on incredibly bad terms.
Ready. Mission.
Alright, where do I need to be?
Enemy spotted.
I am in pain.
Get it.
Target in range.
Almost have this one capped. Time is going to be a problem. Good, it does reset the clock. Oh boy.
Enemy spotted.
So I do have to kill him. Oy.
Target in range. Begin the attack.
No, I'm not in the field where I need to be. That's bad. That is bad. That is bad. Need your health. Thank you. Oh my goodness. This is not easy. Doesn't have a run pretty borderline health-wise. Wish we could play as the little drone and helicopter things. That'd be cool. But I don't think that's available yet, if ever. Alright, so that went reasonably well, I guess. Alrighty. So I'm gonna keep upgrading my parts. There we go. That gives me a pretty solid amount of health. Let's make sure I have all those equipped. Let's see here. Who we got for missions? Who are you against? You're against Shinji. 2 targets, 2 phases. Archangel aces. That is not super easy, if I'm honest. Doesn't need to be easy. Just 1 phase, though. No, don't want to go against them. 100 seconds though for... I don't even know if that's possible, because that's a pretty tight time frame. So I'm gonna go with this one instead, since I'm pretty confident I can do that each phase in 2 minutes. Unless it's like 2 ghosts, in which case I'm gonna just be burnt. Like there's not much I can do.
Ready. Mission. Start. Target in range. Begin the attack.
Ow. Pick that stuff up because I need the health. Oof, Medvedev ghosts. This could be it. Healthy too. Oh good, I hit him. So he's hurting him, just not nearly as much as I'd like. there we go. Better hope that heals me. It's not up to full. I'm in trouble. Oh no! It continues. Come on, give me your bits. Ah! I almost had him. Shoot. This is not going well at all. Maybe see if there's something slightly easier. I don't know. I'll try this one. I don't think it's even possible. I'm gonna have to scoot pretty soon though. So now I have to get into this thing and stay in it. Oh, of course. Let my ammo recharge because I have time.
Target in range.
So we're at about halfway. This might be doable, but it's going to be real tight. Come closer, Deuterino. Or don't. I'm actually totally okay with you not going closer, because it's just... I need to survive inside this thing. There we go. We're good. 14 seconds left, so that is possible, but barely. If you're not in the thing the whole time, you're done. You have about 20 seconds grace period. New messages. Officership. Cool. Top tier equipment and upgrades are now available for purchase. Awesome. Let's go to our garage and see what they got. No, shot. There we go. So now I can actually get the officer. Where'd they go? Yeah, stuff like the Goshawk, which is an improvement across the board, just at level 10. Where'd that other one go? There was another one I thought. Yeah, it was the eagle. So what does it say? Alternate skin for Lynx, so it's basically a Lynx alternative. Goshawk. For Kirin. Interesting. I don't have one of those yet. So those are purchasable. Those are expensive is what they are. 2,000. They do look fancy, I admit. Let's see. Any interesting new weapons from them? Already got a maxed out Liberator. Oh, the Lawbringer. Since that one is limited ammo, that is no. This one I would consider, though. I would definitely consider this one. Oh, cool. They've got the, yeah. But yeah, as you can see, some of these look just downright snazzy. Very, very snazzy. Let me see if they have any new, no they don't, of course not. Why would they? This is available, I just can't get it yet. These, oh, they're arc missiles. I think the linears wound up working a bit better for me. But the arc ones are stronger per missile. I don't think anything new here is available. No, nothing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... is I'm actually going to put... Shrike Mark IIIs don't appear to change much. That's too bad. In any event. Get those up to rank 9, and I'll get this up to rank 9. And then I think I can put Let's see who we got. Against Shinji, 3 escorts for 150 seconds. But it is just 1 phase, which is nice. What else do I have here? Leading edge against the separatists. Secure an area for 2 phases. That's not too bad. It's basically what I had going before. There's going to be a bunch of phase interruptions. This will have to be my last one, though. I have things to do.
Ready. Mission start. Target range.
So speedy. I'm not even in the right location. Sugar. Okay, we're good. I hope. I didn't even think of that. I was like, I know something's wrong here. They're way out there. But they're coming. Actually works pretty well. It's a little cheesy, but it does work.
Begin the operation.
Oh boy, what are we looking at?
Stab.
Double stab. Oh my goodness.
Stop it.
I disagree. Good night, Gracie. That is why you don't overcommit. That health. Go.
Mission complete.
Mission complete indeed. Alright. So that was the mission mode for Garrison Archangel. I'm Fraggoth, thanks for tuning in. Every Wednesday I also have my Warframe stream, so feel free to tune into that. And then every Saturday I have my Storytime Saturday stream, where I'll be reading short stories. This week will be the thrilling final 3 stories in Greg Egan's Axiomatic, so that ought to be a good one. You should not miss, hint hint. Alright, and without further ado, that'll do it. Thanks for tuning in and have a good day.